was sitting, lying on his charpai, his bed made of straw, and Hazrat Amma Jan and her father were speaking about going to Hajj. And the promised Messiah ﷺ became very emotional. And all of a sudden he began to perceive Makkah and the grave of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and he began to shed tears. And he said, "You are right, I also desire to do Hajj, but I wonder if ever I will be able to see the grave of the Holy Prophet ﷺ." Then I would like to mention the occurrence when, in his own seclusion, he was walking back and forth reading a poetic verse, "Kunta suwada li nadiri fa'amiya alayka nadiri man sha'a ba'daka falyamut fa'alayka kuntu uhadiru." That, "O my beloved, you were the pupil of my eye. Today, with your demise, my eye has gone blind. Now, after your death, I fear nothing else. It was only your demise which I feared." This was written by Hazrat Hassan bin Sabit at the demise of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Look, after 1400 years, the promised Messiah ﷺ remembered the demise of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and he became so emotional that he thought as if this was the voice of his own heart. And he said, "I wished that if only this poetic couplet was written by me." Respected audience, the love of the Holy Prophet ﷺ was not only confined to his own life. His writings are lively, his model is lively, and he has left behind a devoted community of such people who, under the shadow of Khilafat, are satiated in the love of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Today, by the grace of Allah, hundreds and thousands of Ahmadis are such that an endless ocean of love exists in their hearts, and this is the grace of Allah and His blessings. It is due to the ever-living grace of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And it is also true that this is due to the spiritual power of the promised Messiah ﷺ. You have probably heard that story of a Christian in Africa who, in his ignorance, would say ill words to the Holy Prophet. He would curse at the Holy Prophet ﷺ every day when he was Christian, but after he became an Ahmadi, he was transformed in such a way that that very same tongue began to send salutations upon the Holy Prophet ﷺ upon his bed before he went to sleep every night. And now the number of the servants of the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is such that they cannot be counted. The establishment of a community of such devoted followers who are satiated in the love of the Holy Prophet, this is a shining testimony to the immense love of the promised Messiah ﷺ for the Holy Prophet. 2 months ago, the opponents of Ahmadis, they spilled the sacred blood of many innocent devoted Ahmadis. In the house of Allah, during the Friday prayer service, worshippers were attacked. The enemy thought that through this barbarism and terrorism, they would be able to cause the lovers of the Holy Prophet ﷺ to falter from this station of love. But these ignorant people knew not that this community has taken a firm oath to sacrifice everything for the greatness and name of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Look at how these loyal martyrs have left behind a story of true loyalty and love written by their blood. These are those people who fulfilled their oath of allegiance and became shining stars in the sky of Ahmadiyyat. Through their persons, they have, as it were, created a lovely galaxy of the love of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, which shall forever remind us of their sacrifice. These are those people who even in their dying moments did not forget the kalima and durood or salutations upon the Holy Prophet. Reciting durood themselves and encouraging others to do the same, they confronted death straight in the eye. They presented the offering of their lives before Allah the Almighty and attained the status of martyrdom and became the inheritors of an everlasting life. They attained the purpose of their life, and other Ahmadis, by the grace of Allah, are also firm upon this very unwavering determination determination that we shall never step away from this path of truth and sincerity and love. O cruel ones, you may do whatever you wish. You may afflict whatever torment pleases you upon us, but remember, you will never be able to push us away from the seal of the prophets sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you will never be able to take us away from his love. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. By the grace of Allah, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community has been created from the seed of the love of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is our life. We are living by this. Our death shall also be upon this. And even at the time of our death, every tongue of every Ahmadi shall call out the slogans of this love. Audience, I conclude my speech with the words of the promised Messiah alayhi salatu wasalam's greatest lover. I conclude the speech with the words of the promised Messiah ﷺ, who was the greatest lover of the Holy Prophet. He says, addressing his community,